Hey everyone, welcome back. Alright, I'm going to start off with the affirmators. I think it's like an affirmators oracle. And then we'll get some tarot messages to clarify using the Light Seers Tarot. Alright, Spirit, what message needs to come through for the collective? Sorry if that is like really loud when I don't realize that I'm doing that. Okay, let me go ahead and cut this. Alright, Spirit, what messages need to come through for the highest good of the collective? It's a general collective reading, so not everything is going to resonate for everyone. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. Anything that resonates, alright, I'm going to take 3 today. Anything that resonates is going to ring true for you in your soul. You're just going to know. If it doesn't resonate, most likely it's going to create some anxiety. So we let that one go. Alright. Okay, so the first one we have is power. I am strong, I am grounded, I am powerful. I am like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I am a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. Alright, there's power. Bonus card, patience. Congratulations, you've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or much, much later. Waiting a long time is the sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. If anyone's ever tried to go to the post office and you're sitting there waiting forever, I can tell you right now, I can attest to this. This is very true. Oh, the post office is so friggin' slow. Okay. Oh, this came out in the previous reading. Follow your heart. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes, and when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. All right. There is something here that I'm getting from all these cards that to do something that you really want to do, you know, like it says, following your heart, it's going to be, I feel like for this particular group, it's going to be very, very challenging. Some people are really great at being patient and just going with the flow, and others, we want what we want now. Like, we want change, but I think that for those of us, not all of us, but for those of us, so those of you who really want changes in your life, but also are really uncomfortable with change, are going to be the most challenged with patience. Not necessarily true, but that's what I'm feeling. I think that you have the strength to move through this phase of your life with as much patience and grace as you can afford or can have. I think that you're going to be challenged to have patience with your own growth and evolution in whatever it is that you're pursuing. There's something here that you really want to do, and it's going to take a lot of time for you to build this dream, for you to build towards your desires. And while you're capable of doing this, you have so much strength to move through this and to grow this is because it's a bonus card, you have a lot of challenge in the zone of patience. Like, you might be like, okay, I'm doing really well at this. I can see my growth. I see how amazing I'm doing. Why hasn't something come in yet? Why hasn't something changed in my life yet? There's some essence, some element of patience that is necessary for you in particular. And you might feel really frustrated at times or stressed out at times because you're not seeing changes in your actual life. Like, say you're working towards doing something new in your life. You're practicing it every day. You are putting in the work. And you are seeing your developments and your growth. But in your life, the things that you want to create and how you want to see that manifest is not happening as soon as you want it to. I think that that's where you have the strength to move through this with patience and know that what is on the other side is going to show up for you. There's going to be a lot more things that you need along the way to experience in order for you to finally get to the point of manifesting the like culmination of what you're trying to achieve. But there's definitely like a huge challenge here around patience. I kind of want to see, let's see what comes through to support this with our clarifiers. Whoops. Spirit, can you please clarify for the collective this message? Yikers. Okay, this is like way too many. For some reason I feel really called to take this 10 of Wands. And then, okay, I'm going to take these since they were flipped over on the bottom. We have the Sun. We have the 7 of Swords. Okay. I want 2 more. I'm feeling 2 more. 2 more, please. Okay, there's 1 more. We have the Fool. That's fun. I'll call these cards out when I start reading them. 1 more, please. There it is. Lovely. All right. Okay. I'm seeing a message. Let me call out these cards. So we have the 10 of Wands, the Sun, 7 of Swords, the Fool, and the 2 of Cups. So what I was getting, I'm reading this kind of like a story, kind of like an overall, overarching energy in this phase of your life, right? You're being called to have strength. You have the strength. You're being called to have patience, to follow your heart, to follow your dreams, to pursue whatever it is that is weighing the heaviest on your heart. You have all the strength in the world to pursue this. I think that with the 10 of Wands, this is something that feels like it does weigh heavy on you. Whoops. It does weigh heavy on you. It's something you really want. I do feel like the 10 of Wands here, this is both giving me the feeling this is something you want so badly, but also there's something you're walking away from. You're leaving behind something really depressing. I don't know why I heard the depression age. Is that the right? The age of the depression? The Great Depression? I don't know if like what your age is, but maybe you have felt like in your life you're packing up and walking away from something that literally was the heaviest phase of maybe depression, right? No shame in anybody feeling that way. I know I've had my fair share of mental health struggles and experiences. I think everybody does, but maybe you've experienced very heavy mental energy, emotional energy in your life, and it's been the worst it's ever been you've ever experienced. Maybe that was like the Great Depression in your life, right? And whatever it was that happened in your life, there's something that you're walking away from. And I'm not saying that's to say walking away from things that were tragic. You know, you're grieving. Maybe you've been grieving. Maybe you've had to grieve. But also something that was creating a lot of heavy energy in your life. You're packing up and walking away from that. So I feel like there is a sense of this heaviness that you're walking away from and moving forward. Also, a 10 of Wands to me in this is also saying something that weighs heavy on your heart. You really want to, okay? But more so because of how great this is. I'm just getting the sense that you're walking away from something that was just so heavy. It's an ending. It's time to close up shop, walk away, something that's just dragging you down, and you're only taking what is necessary and you're moving on. It looks like she's moving down the hill, right? Maybe climbing up this hill was just, you know what, it's not doing it for you no matter how much you try. Maybe you climbed over the hill, right? There was that hump you climbed over and you're finally walking down it and moving on to better things. You are moving on to better things. You have the sun here. This is like the happiest card in the deck, right? This is happiness. This is joy. I mean, look at her. She's so excited and so happy and so joyful. Like, her energy is just shooting up. She's open to receiving whatever is meant for her, but she is finding joy and happiness in her everyday. This happiness, whatever this is too, it's calling to her. Like, you can see her necklace is like, it's flying up into this. So whatever this is that is happiness for you, that calls to you, that is joy, it's really pulling you in this direction. I mean, this woman here, I'm drawn to the picture there. Wow. I'm drawn to the imagery in these pictures. She is moving towards this, right? So I do feel like whatever this is, it is calling to you. It is on your heart because it brings you joy. It brings you happiness. And that's important. We have the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords in tarot can mean like deception, can mean shadiness, sketchiness, lies. But I don't feel that with this card. This can also be a card of strategy. And I think that for you, this isn't seen as something negative. I see you having strategy in place. I see you having the strength and the patience to create the strategy necessary for you to work towards this happiness, for you to take that leap of faith. And I think that, you know, like the story I'm seeing is that you're putting to rest. You're walking away from this really heavy energy. I feel like I have to take a deep breath. Maybe you need to take a deep breath. Take 3 deep breaths. Maybe you need to. I feel like you're walking away from something that was really heavy, and you're ready to move towards your happiness because you deserve that. And in order to get to that, you do have to have this strategy in place. And I think that's what you're working on now. I think that's what you have. I think that, not to say you're being deceptive or sneaky or anything, I don't get that, but I think that you're being very particular in your strategy to move towards your happiness. There is very risky, very strategic, but very particular energy here. Hi, Moch. It's my cat. There's something here where you're really being particular about what you're going to do to move forward. And what's interesting is that you have the Fool here. The Fool is about taking risks, about saying, I have the trust and all the faith in the world to take that step forward in something. It's like it's either taking a calculated risk, which I think is what is happening here with the Seven of Swords. It's very strategic. You're taking a very calculated risk here towards your dreams, towards success. I feel like you have so much more faith in and hope in what you can do and create for yourself. Like what I'm seeing here is the way that this picture is drawn is she's on this cliff, and usually you see the Fool that's getting ready to like step over this cliff and doesn't really look down, just, you know, taking that risk and just take the next step forward. She's actually like, she's got a crystal in her hand and a stick, but what I'm getting is she's leaning back, like she's gonna just lean back, like trust fall into the water. And I do get this sense that she's just falling into the universe's like net here. There is a net here, a safety net. There's a net of trust and manifestation. She knows that by allowing herself to have that trust fall with the universe, that it's going to reward her. And I think that there's a calculated risk here that you're taking in order to follow your dreams. You are being challenged with patience. There's something that's coming in for you that doesn't come when you want it to. Maybe I just heard this. You have had so much patience for the longest time. And you have had to have so much strength to continue to have patience through whatever you were going through and you're moving away from now. And on the other side of this trust fall, on the other side of this taking this risk, I am doing this for me because I'm pursuing happiness. I'm chasing happiness and joy because that's important to me. I think that there is this lovely partnership. Two of Cups. This could be love. Maybe someone comes into your life and they, maybe love is not on your horizon. Maybe it shows up for you very unexpectedly, and it's someone who's very honest, sincere, everything you wanted in a partner, and they see how you need help and they're willing to help you. They're not wanting to save you. You don't need saving, but they want to support you in pursuing your dreams. And it could be a partnership in love. It could also be a business partnership. It could be a friendship. There's something really beautiful here that's very supportive. It is coming from a place of love. I'm not going to say romantic love because it's everything that is good in life comes from a place of love. And I do feel like that's what's on the horizon. Like by taking this calculated risk to move towards something, having that trust fall with the universe is going to catch you. And they're going to catch you with a partnership here. I have no idea what this is. Let's see if we can clarify what that might be. Okay, you know what this came out? I was going to clarify a cross. I really think this is Three of Swords. This is heartbreak. This is pain. This is kind of a suffering card. This is being in a victim mentality. This is someone who's hurting and someone who's gone through a lot of struggles. Three of Cards can also mean third party, but I don't really read that here. I just read that you're really hurting, and struggling. I feel like it was all in the last year, and I feel like that's something that you're walking away from here with the 10 of Wands, something that was really heavy on your heart. Lots of things probably happening. Don't need to get into it. Don't really want to, but you know what it was, and I feel like that's what you're really saying. You know what? I'm done with this. Let's get another clarifier. Yeah, the Sun, my happiness card here, clarifying. We have the Eight of Pentacles. This is, damn it, I'm going to put in the work. My happiness, I deserve that, and I'm willing to do what I have to do in order to get there. I want it. I want to put that work in because that is worth all of that work. That is worth my mental energy, my emotional energy. That is worth it to me. So there's something there that you're really closing up shop and moving away from, and you see that it's going to take a lot of work, but it's you're worthy of this happiness, and it's not something that would be draining or hurtful to you. Now, there's definitely something here that's going to take a lot of work, a lot of effort, but it's positive effort. All right. Clarify the Seven of Swords, please, and the Fool. Okay. Ooh, Temperance, Seven of Swords. Okay. Temperance is about moderation. Temperance is also kind of healing, but it's about kind of balancing the energies and having, tempering. You're tempering something, you're creating moderation, you're being balanced. It's not necessarily justice in balancing the scales, but you're kind of balancing the energy there in terms of moderating what energy output and input you have. I think the Seven of Swords, that kind of fits in terms of the calculated risk, the strategy. You're having to be mindful. How much are you wanting to put out? How much are you wanting to take in? Maybe there's something changing about your lifestyle, something changing in your career, something changing in your creative endeavors, there's something here where you're having to kind of change what you put in and what you receive. And I'm not saying you have to restrict yourself from receiving something amazing, but there is some sort of tempering here in the strategy that you're putting into place. This calculated risk that you're having to take, you're having to kind of tweak some things to make it work in your favor. And I think you're mindful about that. So let's just keep going. The Fool. There's just, you'll know where this applies in your life, but there is some tweaks and some things you're going to have to kind of change. Maybe you're not spending as much here anymore and you're having to save more because you need to put it into this instead, or you need to save it for this instead. Maybe you're not really, putting as much energy and time into doing this community effort or this community, taking part in some community thing that you do every week. You're reserving your energy and time for something else that you really want to do that follows your heart. You'll know where in your life that is. Those are just some examples. All right, the Fool. Woo. See, I love that. I was just talking about the Fool, like, being this trust fall, like you're having this trust fall with the universe, and we have the Three of Cups that clarifies that. Three of Cups, this is like, celebrations, this is social gatherings, but this is also support. This is having friends and family that have your back. But this is happy times. This is like, I don't know, this is just happy times. Like, this is good times. I do think that this is just a confirmation that the universe has your back. I look at this card and I see these three women, they're kind of like having each other's backs here. Looking in the stars, like they're looking at their dreams. They got each other's backs. They're there for each other. This is, again, social but community support. So I do feel like that's a confirmation there that the universe has your back, and they're going to show up in all the ways. Like, there's probably a community around you that you already have, but also the universe is going to show up by bringing in other things. Maybe this Two of Cups. Let's see what this says. Person, place, or thing, and experience, energy. Necessarily want two cards, but this is awesome. Okay, this could be a person, this could be you. I do feel like it might be a person. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. This is the mother energy of, like, when you think about like zodiacs. I don't read zodiacs, but I know that this is, the water suit, so this is any kind of water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But I always think of the Queen of Cups as like that mother energy. It's like a Cancer energy to me. It's very nurturing. It's the most nurturing, most loving, very giving. I mean, just so unconditional, and very healing energy. This person has very healing energy when they're just in your space. This could be you. This could be you. Stepping into this very nurturing, healing energy. I kind of feel like we're clarifying the Two of Cups here, so partnership. And so this could be someone else who comes in who brings this energy, and it's an energy that you need. One maybe that you don't realize you need. And we have also the Hermit. This is very like introspective energy. This is kind of coming out of the woodworks. This is very Hermit energy. You've kind of gone inwards, lots of self-reflection, like really going into like doing your shadow work. But what I get with both of these here is that there is somebody who's kind of coming out of the woodwork, someone who's coming out of the shadows. I'm not saying in a bad place, but like they're coming out of, you don't see them, but they're coming out of the woodworks, they're coming out of shadows. This person could be someone that's coming out of having done a lot of inner work and a lot of shadow work themselves, and they're showing up in this Queen of Cups energy, and they're coming in to support you, the being that support system that you are, seeking. And I think that's going to be something really healing and really beautiful for you that you don't realize, right? You don't realize that you need that. Like, maybe all last year you were constantly giving, and you're like, I'm not giving anymore. I'm going to be giving to myself. That's why you're following your heart. You've had all this strength and patience to get through this very stressful, heavy time in your life, and you're pouring into yourself saying, I'm going to follow my dreams. I'm going to do for me now. And that's what you're doing. You're taking this very calculated risk to follow your happiness, your joy, just saying goodbye to this period of your life that's been really heavy, really stressful, and you're having this trust fall. You're trusting the universe, by taking the next step forward. And out of doing so, there's this lovely partnership. There is some partnership that comes into play. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be, or just family, whatever, friend, family, it could be a romantic partnership, it can be a business partnership, it could be a creative partnership, doing something that it might not be long-term, it might be, spontaneous one time, but it's something that comes in and it's very giving energy. you're no longer having to constantly give. Like, they're showing up to give to you. And it's this very healing energy. Something that you didn't know you would need. And it comes out of nowhere. Like, there is something here that kind of comes out as, I don't want to say it's really a surprise. It could be a surprise, but it does feel like this is coming out of a place that a lot of shadow work was done. Like, it could be also that you did a lot of shadow work, and now you're showing up with this energy that's very giving and very beautiful, but it's also reflecting the energy that's coming into you. So someone who matches your energy, you've done the shadow work, this energy now matches the, place that you're in your life, energetically, right? So it could be the same, it could be that mirror effect. You're now in this better place, you're raising your vibration, you've done the healing work, you're showing up as that Queen of Cups energy, you're ready to give and to something else now, but it does follow your heart. It's giving to yourself as much as it's giving to someone else, and it's because of all the shadow work you've done. It could also be that this person, this thing, this experience, this opportunity, whatever it is that shows up in your life as a result of, also is a match to that energy in this beautiful partnership. Yep. Is there anything else that you can say? Anything else you can share with this message? Maybe some guidance. I don't know why I felt called to get one more. I think that's 2 cards. I don't really want that. We have the 4 of Swords and the Lovers. So, obviously, big choice energy. Could be love. 4 of Swords is about peace. It's about rest. It's about healing. And I think that this is just the confirmation, or it's the confirmation, reassurance, maybe even guidance that this choice in your life, it's a choice in love. It's a choice in love for yourself. It's a choice in romantic love, right? It doesn't matter. I'm not going to go into any one of them, but I do feel like whatever that big choice energy is that you have been making here to really pursue other things that are better for you are going to bring in healing, lots of healing, rest, peace of mind. It's the 4 of Swords, so it's very mental, intellectual, even communication. So there's something here that's going to allow rest in your life, peace, but it's because of this big choice, this decision. And it could very well be that it's just, you choose yourself, right? I choose me because I deserve that. I'm tired of giving everyone else. My cup runneth empty. And you're like, I'm ready to fill my cup up. And by doing so, that allows you to show up as a Queen of Cups. It allows someone else to show up for you as a Queen of Cups and pour into you because you're worth it. I do feel like with the Hermit, that's definitely giving me this coming out of the woodworks. Definitely coming out of woodworks here. Like someone or something's going to show up for you kind of unexpectedly. But you've had to have a lot of patience, a lot of strength, because the power is, that's very grounded energy. You had to get grounded and get solid in your own, with yourself. And you've had to have patience. Either you're being yes, you're being told, have more patience with this as you transition through to see your evolution, to see your growth and see your potential. You got to build. You got to take time to practice, to put in the effort. But also, I'm getting a feeling too, like I said, you've had so much patience and you're like, I'm freaking over this. And I'm ready to follow my heart because I'm tired of being patient with everything I've had to go through. That's how I feel. That's what I'm getting. So I do feel like you're like, all right, I gotta have patience, but I'm not having patience waiting for something to come in for me. I'm taking that power back and I'm following my heart. I do feel like that's what's kind of the other part of that. So I hope that this message resonated for you. I hope that maybe some of it, all of it, if it did, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share, subscribe. If you don't want to miss anything in the future, hit that bell for the notifications. And otherwise, thank you for watching, and until next time.